When Mom crumbled, I thought a villain was after us. That it was an attack. And when Hana fell apart...
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my beautiful wife, Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 5, Episode 23 of My Hero Academia, Tenko Shimura Origin. I love origin stories. Well, the last time we got Shigaraki backstory, it really explained a whole lot about him, so I'm looking forward to getting more of that.
If you're excited for more episodes of My Villain Academia, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Sunday and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms, along with episodes of Solo Leveling, Jujutsu Kaisen, Invincible, and Demon Slayer. Are we excited for episode 23 of Season 5 of My Hero Academia?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
Toga, you've changed. Teenagers are terrifying. Your measurements from back
So
when you were
true.
with the Hasaikai are no good anymore. Stupid puberty, stupid growth spurts. And what's not. Gotta get a copy of you before it's too late. I'll make a bunch of you and then we can do a blood transfusion. I'll measure her. Not a chance. I've got
Pretty
this.
smart.
I said
Yeah.
me. You go find her bloodsuckers. She'll You guys already made 2 doubles each, right? I can still make more. I'll measure her. It's no time to argue. My friend is about to die, damn it. Work together.
So the
We
original
have
has the
too
mask
many
off.
people. Yeah.
Wish I doubled you when you were healthy. It's a little late to be concerned about that. Your cute face is all messed up. Can it be fixed? I'm sure Dobby knows a good plastic surgeon. I swear, I am not gonna let you die.
There's kind of some shade at Dobby that
yeah.
his face is so burned up.
At least they were saying his plastic surgery was good. Very cool, everyone.
Slow to take out the big guns, like him. What's up,
You said I wouldn't be cliffhangered, and here I am.
Guys who don't know their role shouldn't play the game.
My word, is that how the kids talk these days? From what I can translate, you're asking the right question, but then, I'm not someone a weak meta like you could hope to take on. Sorry, Shuichi Iguchi. One of Dead Narat's patented devices, the Seven's Loud.
Oh, jeez.
Let us bring just punishment to those who threaten us!
Hoku Hanabata, MLA codename, Trumpet, meta ability, Insight, special electromagnetic waves in his voice boost the morale of anyone who follows him, amping up their physical and mental abilities.
Oh.
What's this?
Wow. Shit.
Your meta ability is Gecko. Looks like you can't do much more than stick to walls. You must have been one of those shut-ins, yes? Relentlessly bullied? Are you here now because you despise how the world treated you?
So his quirk is Gecko.
I don't see you as a person who can bring much value to society.
This isn't very inspirational.
They're at the tower? Our warriors should have stopped them.
No, you don't. Spinner!
Don't love that.
Liberation faithful, go to the Grand Commander. This filth is attempting to assault the soul of our army. Like I said, I don't see you bringing much value to anyone.
I know that. Better than anybody. I'm a follower. I don't have a real goal. Or something I dream of like Toga does. I lack motivation. Except, when I saw him, he changed me. Why suffer? Why not destroy instead? And when Shigaraki spoke, I thought, I want to see the future this guy envisions. I still do. If I didn't jump on the league bandwagon, I'd be a nobody. That's why I'm devoted to him. Got a problem with that?
huh? No, of course you don't. 'Cause you guys are the same. Is that right, Mr. Politician?
You're a fool to compare us.
Shigaraki, keep fighting. I'll take on as much as I can.
I'm still alive. I knew Shigaraki would go big.
Oh.
Wow, you're a big one.
He's a big guy now.
How are you handling
Thank you
all of this?
for telling me that.
What was it again? 110,000 people? You assumed you could leave the dirty work to your army and watch from afar. Safe in your little tower while the masses took care of us. Never thought we'd make it this far, did ya? Now everything's falling apart because you underestimated us. Talk! I'm asking about how you feel!
Oh.
You really want to know?
Holy shit.
I'm
Blocks?
curious, of course. I'm the type of person who bottles up
Good
my
detail.
anger. It's a disaster for my hairline, I'm afraid. Killed a lot of my warriors to get to me. Is this the hand at fault?
So he
It will
bottles
commit
up his
no
anger.
more acts of evil.
Oh.
Rikiya Yotsubashi, MLA codename Redestro. Meta ability, Stress. He stores up his stress and turns it into power. The more he accumulates, the bigger and stronger he gets.
I thought you would enjoy that quirk. It is a quirk that you would be extremely powerful with. You specifically. Montana would be broken with this quirk.
Unfortunately, I have an unlimited amount of stress.
When I watched this, I was like, Montana, when we get to this point in the series.
No, I would go crazy. No, I've definitely been nerfed in the last couple years.
Yeah, nerfed
Shout
by
out to
happiness.
Wellbutrin and happiness. Like, the worse the situation, the more powerful you are. The more you need power, the more power you have. So that's pretty broken.
Yeah.
It is interesting to see a character who like has significant motivation not to deal with their stress in a productive way.
So I said, I'm the type of person that bottles up my anger. Like,
Yeah, like as you should, you know, don't go to therapy, King. Pro hero name, Prozac.
Prozac. I love it.
Power. The more he accumulates, the bigger and stronger he gets.
It's a common refrain these days not to judge a person by their quirk. The lesson isn't bad. It's the same thing I was taught growing up. The folly is meta abilities have a direct impact on personality. I'm sure you're aware, given your power to destroy anything you touch with your 5 fingers. I didn't get a chance to ask you earlier. Shigaraki, what burden will you take on? What world will you create? Or perhaps you're just a hollow man, one who indulges in destruction without creating anything to justify it.
Oh.
Honest hands.
These are your mother's hands, your grandmother's, your grandfather's.
Why would you do this to someone? I mean, okay, like I know why,
A heart is a
but
well-crafted machine. It wants to endure. Negative feelings like anger and grief heal with time. But you will carry your family close to your flesh to ensure that those feelings never fade.
You got in trouble again?
Hana, my big sister.
Whatever. We just won't let Dad see us, okay? I think he's in a pretty good mood right now. I told him that I want to be a bride one day. Let's go play!
I remember.
Huh.
That always happened. Whenever I cried, she'd pull my hand as I followed behind her. Hana was the only one there for me, but she was just being a kid. My brain is on fire. Memories are coming back, spinning me round and round and round.
Well, when the hand came off his face,
yeah.
just broke his hand.
Aimless child, you'll find you're no match for me.
This helpless frustration. It's bringing back the memories I'd purged. They were born of the same emotion.
Oh boy.
Only used 2 fingers there.
Damn.
Not all 5.
I thought it wouldn't activate without all 5 fingers.
A fraction of
Was the information I received
destruction.
incorrect?
Or has he just never done it before?
Or never been able to do it before.
Oh, I just assumed he would just always use all 5.
The only thing we know about him is when all 5 touch something, it starts to decay. That is the only thing he's able to do.
Okay. All right.
That we know of.
Okay.
So that was a what the hell?
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Or
Another upgrade? It's kind of a lame upgrade.
My head is killing me.
Remember the scratching?
Yeah.
for a meta
I know what it's
ability
from.
to evolve because of unexpected stress, it is possible. After all, Getten was able to meddle with the temperature of ice only after I accidentally burned myself. This young man is in the midst of an awakening.
Oh, jeez.
He kept his preparatory movements to a minimum, moving with cat-like grace. If he had this much physical ability in the past, he should have been able to take down the heroes at Camino. They wouldn't have stood much chance. He's been trained.
But he's
since
improving.
then.
Wow.
These movements, they could only have been mastered through harsh conditioning, constant life or death training over an extended period. I know because I
that's
focused on training
impressive.
my ability. I'm almost impressed.
Oh.
It was premature to judge you as inferior. Seeing as how you didn't disappear after taking that damage, you must not be a double. 80% liberation. No
80%?
more games.
That's how much he's using.
Right. Holy shit.
It's time to end this party.
Burden is a special move.
Jeez.
Here, Tenko. These rice balls will make you feel better.
Come on now, don't cry. You're going to make me sad too.
My grandmother and grandfather were kind. Wait. No. I remember everything.
It came back?
Them to be kind back then.
Hands are coming off and he's remembering.
Holy shit.
What's the matter, skeptic?
Please, sir, you have to be on your guard. He's heading your way. They had a secret weapon we weren't expecting. Redestro, he's a walking mountain.
Oh, here we go.
Gigantomachia has arrived.
He's here.
But yeah, wait, what do you make of what's going on with Shigaraki here?
Wow, okay. So, he said he remembered everything. Is that actually everything?
He's like more starting to remember
Okay,
everything.
okay.
Or he's saying, I have the memories within me and they're coming back to
Right,
me.
he's realizing that there's something that he forgot. Okay, so what was the deal with his grandparents?
They were
That they
nice.
were just nice?
They were very nice to him, but they weren't where needed. He needed and they got cut off.
Okay. Then it's a pretty straightforward leap that having the hands on him is the reason he lost that memory. So if he, like, lets go of or distances himself from the pain of that day, his memories will come back, it seems like. I'm wondering how that would affect his character arc in general, but, like, if he continues with being a villain after that.
We'll
Yikes,
see.
well, the training's been paying off.
Yeah, and well, and the training for him has just been going after Gigantomachia for several months.
Yeah,
He's been in the lab doing that, and now
For practice.
Gigantomachia is here, so
fabulous.
the party can really start. Why is he keep saying skip intro? We're midway through the episode.
Skip the intro.
Redestro, are you there? Can you hear me?
The tiny little cell phone is
Can't
funny.
believe it. Burden extracts stress and turns it into something tangible, then blasts it over a wide area. It's the apex of the meta ability I've been refining since childhood. It's not something you can simply dodge.
And yet,
He touched it. In that instant, he ignored his survival instincts for the sake of destruction.
My senses have been sharpened. The details are rising to the surface. like everything happened yesterday. What world will I build? Honestly, you were right. The only thing I want is to destroy.
Oh.
Must be ended.
It's a very weird look on his face.
Has no future!
I don't care about the future.
Playing hero again?
Pedro, that's enough! You're hurting him!
If he doesn't like it, he should obey me.
He's just a child!
There is a rule at my house. Only one put in place by my father. No talking about heroes.
Ooh.
This was in
already
page
time for
5.
dinner. And his allergies and the scratching are getting worse.
He knows what the rules are. He can come back inside when he apologizes.
Don't you think you've been too strict lately?
5 years old and no quirk yet. He needs to learn his place in this society or it will break him. Aspiring to be a hero will cause suffering for him and his family. Everyone understands that, right?
My father was a businessman who accrued a fortune at a young age. He built an impressive house and invited his in-laws to move in.
No, dear, stop scratching.
I'm itchy.
One day we'll figure out what you're allergic to. I know, it's hard.
It's worse when I'm at home.
Tenko, do you still want to be a hero?
Oh no.
Miko and Tomo were both being left out at school.
What makes you say oh no there? Because I think I know, but I just want it so that they...
Oh, the whole, like, the scratching's worse when I'm at home.
What do you think that could mean?
That it's psychosomatic.
Which means to the...
Oh, it's not to be like, it's all in your head. Well, just the idea that he's stressed and anxious and uncomfortable in his environment, and it's not something that he can do anything about because it's his parent. So it's manifesting in, like, a different form of discomfort. Like when I would go home and then just be sick to my stomach the whole time.
So you're saying...
Oh, that's a fun fact.
Because of his dad.
Yes, I don't think he's allergic to... Well, I think he's allergic to something. He's allergic to his dad. Yeah, there was a time period where I was living at home with Kenny, actually, where my dad were really bad. And I ended up in the hospital twice because I couldn't eat, couldn't keep food down. It was a whole situation. Anxiety and feeling unsafe in your environment can absolutely manifest in physical symptoms.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like, repetitive, kind of self-harmy behaviors, like scratching or like picking your fingers, that was my go-to.
Biting your nails, like stuff like that.
Yeah, all of those things are ways for an individual to cope when actually dealing with the problem isn't an option.
Yeah, good observation. I stopped there because I thought you were just going to say laugh at it, and then it would be like, they'd be like, why did you...
Yeah, no, that definitely requires a little bit of an explanation because it's not funny. It's not funny, but it's for me.
Yeah.
It's like, huh? How come every time you come home you break out super bad?
Yeah.
So interesting. Such a good point.
I know, it's hard.
It's worse when I'm at home.
Tenko, do you still want to be a hero?
Mikun and Tomo were both being left out at school. So I told them we should all play together and make up our own game, and they said yes. We played heroes, you know, saving people and stuff. And eventually, Mikun said, "Ten, you should be All Might," because I was nice and played with them even though no one else wanted to. Why does Dad get mad at me all the time? Does he hate me? Will he like me more when I have a quirk?
Your father doesn't hate you. He just knows how hard it is to be a hero.
An adult's
Is he a
words
hero?
are absolute to a child.
Isn't that the fucking truth?
That's why I wanted to hear it from my family. Just once. The house my father built masked rejection with kindness.
I found a secret.
Kids are surprisingly sneaky and simple.
This lady is our grandma. She's a hero.
Oh.
All Might's, remember All Might's master is...
Yeah,
Because Dad gets mad when you play pretend. But I'm with you. I'll be cheering you on as your biggest fan, Tenko. Let's become heroes together, and Dad doesn't have to know anything about it.
So that's their dad's mother.
My other grandma was a hero. I can't believe there's actually one in
And
our
he invited
family.
the in-laws to move in.
What do you mean?
I just think it's an interesting thing to notice that he's so anti-hero when his mom was a hero and like a big hero at that, and then didn't have his family move in.
Yeah, well, the thing you need to also remember, a little detail Shimura told us, was that she had a grandchild, but do not interact with that grandchild at all. I don't want to be a part of his life.
Yeah.
She said that a while ago. So I'm going to make sure, let it go on the episode, but I'll clarify at the end if it's
I
not.
can't believe there's actually one in our family.
No, what, Mom?
That corgi?
Cute dog. It is a
Right
corgi.
now, like I can stand up to anything.
Oh.
It was sweltering that day.
Tenko! You went into my study?
The humidity after the rain caused my ragged skin to sting.
What did you see?
Yes, kids are sneaky.
Tenko said that he had a secret to show me. I didn't know.
She blamed it on it.
What?
Inside.
That's not your grandmother. She abandoned her family. When she left,
Help me. Don't just watch. Why won't you step in? Someone!
you'll learn. In order to save strangers they don't even know, heroes hurt those who love them.
What are you doing right now,
Was the house
fuckface?
my father built.
In order to save those they don't know, heroes hurt
Sorry I
those
have
they
to
love.
leave suddenly, but your mom has to go fight a really bad man right now. I'll be thinking of you, though, the whole time. I'd never forgive myself if this bad man did something mean to you. That's why we can't be together anymore, Kotaro. I'm sorry
that's
I
why
wasn't
he
a
hates
better mother
heroes.
to you.
Right.
Honestly, I am. You might end up hating me, but know this. No matter what happens in the future, I love you, my son. I hope your life is full of laughter and that you'll be happy, always smiling. I'll be watching over you. Promise, even if it's from above.
It would have been better if you'd never loved me.
No more of this.
I went too far. How are they?
We're through with your rules. Don't you dare raise your hand to him. Our family deserves to be happy.
It wasn't supposed to be like this.
That's it. I can't take this anymore.
Is he gonna kill the dog?
She has absolutely no idea how bad this is about to get.
It's too much. It hurts. I hate it. Everyone, my whole family. I hate them. What just...
Tenko? I was looking for you. Listen, I shouldn't have blamed you for that earlier. I'm the one who found the picture and said it was a secret.
Jesus Christ.
What's wrong?
Don't go! I can't talk! So itchy! Hana, you came to apologize, right? Hey! Protect me next time! Help me!
When Mom crumbled, I thought a villain was after us. That it was an attack. And when Hana fell apart, it was the same. I thought it was someone else. Well, maybe not. Thinking back, I might have already understood what was going on by that point. excuses for my father. Why did they tell me not to cry instead of helping?
I can't take this anymore.
The resentment piled up, little by little.
I hate everyone.
Tenko.
And she's still running to hold him.
So they dissolved without him even touching him, but
Wow.
he just touched the ground.
Yeah, and it spread.
But he got all of them, yeah.
Holy shit.
I hope your life is full of laughter and that you'll be happy.
Dad! I didn't know! I'm so sorry, Daddy! Mother! Please!
Stop it, Tenko!
But I know, when I touched my father, I intended to kill.
They meant to do that.
Yeah. Pleasure shot through my entire body. Somewhere in my heart, this was what I'd always wanted. It was my dream. And just like that, I didn't itch anymore.
And that is
Oh,
where we are left
my
for episode
God.
23 of My Hero Academia.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
If you can meld both hate and joy in your heart, then you will be free.
Meld, hate, and joy. Oh my God, he's bringing down everything.
What are your first thoughts?
I'm honestly stunned he's not worse.
Is that not horrifying?
That's horrendous. I can't even imagine what experiencing that as a kid would be like. Like being all alone and only being comforted by your dog and then having their like exploded body just on you and it's your fault somehow. Like,
And then your sister comes out to apologize
and the same thing
to you,
happens,
you
and then
chase
your
after
mom, and
for
then
help.
the rest of your family. Like, oh my God.
And then his dad came, hit him with the broom, and then he intentionally went and killed him.
Who cares?
But very tragic
Wow.
origin there, huh?
That's...
Yeah. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you're excited for more My Hero coming every Sunday and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to our discussion where we talk about questions that are given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions that we answer after every episode of any show we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. All right, HPalm24 asks, do you find Shigaraki at all sympathetic in his attitude and actions after seeing what happened to him?
Yes, 100%. I'm ready to start a fan club. Not actually, like, he's done horrendous things. I don't think there was any way for him to turn out any other way. Like, he had no shot. And I just feel horrible for him.
It's a pretty horrifying quirk, like, and you had never seen it where he just did the ground and then it also affected his mom, like.
Exactly. Well, and the idea of having been raised in a home where it's like, you don't talk about quirks. Quirks are the worst. Quirks make people monsters. And then you have that happen.
Do you see why the dad felt that way? Like, not justifying it, but like, are you understanding the convention that his mom abandoned him?
Yes. Yeah. I think there's an important distinction to be made between someone who's a shitty parent and a hero and someone who's a shitty parent because they're a hero. And I think there are other heroes who were absolutely able to not be horrendous parents. So I think the generalization is just wrong on his part, but I can see how as a child that experience was really horrible.
They just passed on that trauma.
Double it and give it to the next person.
Yeah.
Triple it and give it to the next person.
7 times it because he killed every member of his family.
Yeah, no, that'll work.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Shimura left her family to protect them, but created this inadvertently in a way.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
And like now, and the other thing that is just so horrible is knowing that All For One saw this and was like, I'm just gonna put these on you, all your family's hands. And it's gonna, like, he just stoked that freaking
No,
fire.
he was absolutely like preyed upon by All For One. Like, he saw an opportunity and he took it.
Yeah, it's pretty, yeah, learning his origin shocked me when I saw it. And the fact he wanted to be a hero, like Shigaraki wanting to be a hero, like the day it happened, he was still like, I want to be a hero, I feel great. Like, and then his dad hit him.
Yep.
Moral of the story, don't be a shitty parent.
Exactly. And again, similarly to the Toga situation, if you support a child instead of trying to beat the abnormality out of them.
So you think this is another point in the category
100%.
of supporting people for their quirks, not trying to...
Yes, I think Shigaraki absolutely falls into the category of like individuals with a quirk that have just like an exclusively negative connotation, like similarly to the blood thing, like that's never not going to be gross. But you can't just exile people because they're different and then be surprised when they, what's the quote, is like, a child who's exiled from the village will burn it down to feel its warmth, like that kind of thing.
That
like,
is
you can't
him
be
to a
surprised that he ended up the way he ended up when every step of the way, pretty much everyone important, like all of the adult figures in his life, were doing like step by step what they needed to ensure that he ended up being horrible.
Yeah, then he ended up in a bad situation, and then All For One was like,
shocker,
let's just make it worse. But
and if that isn't a symbolic representation of how people who in shitty situations as kids can be pulled into something negative that they wouldn't necessarily have sought out had they not been completely rejected by the people whose support they initially wanted in the first place.
Yep. Let's go to our second question. Question 2. Thoughts on Redestro's quirk?
Oh my god, crazy.
Stress.
Very, very cool. I'm looking forward to learning more about the way that he kind of manages that quirk in terms of like weaponizing it and just kind of generally what living with that is like.
Caroline clearly took a beating.
Oh yeah. But the like physical strength growth component is very cool and not something I feel like I've seen in conjunction with a quirk like stress. What was what was Destro's quirk?
Destro, we haven't seen. I can
Okay.
look it up. I'm assuming it's probably the same.
Okay.
Because think about it, that mask on his eyes, I think that probably was just the stress.
Oh yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yep, same thing.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, he turned his frustration into raw power, not stress. Maybe that's the same thing. But yeah, definitely interested for you to see more of his quirk because it is a very powerful one.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our final question. I'll ask this one. What do you make of quirk evolution / quirk awakenings that have been going on?
Yeah, it feels like in the last just couple episodes, everyone's really been evolving and upgrading. I really want to know what's prompting it because it doesn't seem like, I don't know, I guess I kind of pictured like a video game type thing where like if you like collect enough coins, then you'll go to the next level and have more abilities.
You're right.
But I am?
I mean, he's saying like all this accumulated like timing of like training against Gigantomachia has been improving him and like changing his instincts and being on the verge of like death, like that. And there is one other thing as well.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking it was more of like a regulated, almost like a belts and martial arts type thing, rather than just kind of like a random in the middle of a fight, like, surprise, you've reached the level. I guess I kind of thought there would be a column of light comes down from the sky and your costume changes a little bit and now you have this new power.
Well, how do you think that prediction would relate to what's happening to Shigaraki right now? He's losing all of his hands, changing his costume in that way. He's remembering all these things, gaining new powers.
Okay, so that's just what I'm describing.
Like you're like,
okay.
I thought his costume would change and things would.
And okay, I didn't know that was like a permanent part of.
It's not permanent. I'm just giving you little
Okay.
hints, not
All right.
hints, giving you the context clues of as his powers. Like think about what is changing with Shigaraki as his powers change.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is a
Yeah,
connection.
he's unlocking a component of his memory that he had lost. His look is definitely different. He's more powerful both in like individual scale, like he can do more damage than he used to be able to, but now he can do the same amount of damage with less effort, which is a little different.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just having a hard time wrapping my mind around how all of this is happening kind of at once for everyone. Like, I feel like so many people have upgraded in very dramatic ways that we haven't seen throughout 5 seasons.
It's been 3 people, I'd say.
I feel like if it's none for 5 seasons and then 3 people in 3 episodes, I feel like that's like a lot.
Really, if we're talking technically, it is only 2 people. Because twice, he more just got over his mental trauma and started using his quirk like he could have been this whole time.
Oh, also, I was something I wanted to say about that. Someone saying, I got over my mental trauma, maybe one of the biggest indicators that said mental trauma has not been gotten over.
Well,
because what?
If you had a fear that if you break your bone, you would die, and then you break your bone and you don't die, in that instance, would you not maybe get over your mental trauma if that's what that's about?
No, it's a symptom, not the like origin.
I agree.
It's just gonna
It is
move.
a bit of a show dynamic.
It's just gonna, okay.
You know what I mean? Like less of a how it would work in the real world,
Gotcha.
but more like, I mean, that was his big fear. That's what was kind of splitting him. Is like, am I the real one? Am I the fake one? And then he got definitive, absolute proof that he's the real one.
Yeah.
So it just kind of like, the thing I was afraid of is not a thing anymore.
Mm.
But the ones who truly are changing are Shigaraki and then Toga near death got a new ability.
Mm-hmm.
But Shigaraki's is definitely interesting. We're going to see more of it next episode with Tomura Shigaraki Origin.
Perfect.
And with that being said, are we excited for the penultimate episode of season 5, episode 24 of My Hero Academia?
Sorry.
Of My Hero Academia.
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.